Hello YouTube, welcome back to Outside Boys. This is part 3 of my dirt bike. All the paint's dry. All you have to do is put it back together. I've already put some of the wiring harness. I've already put the wiring harness on and figured out where everything goes. Just because that was kind of a complicated process. It wasn't really that bad, but figuring out how it all ran, how it needed to run, and stuff like that was a little complicated. So I did all that off camera. So the next step is putting the engine on. I put the engine on first before all the plastics and everything, just because that makes the most sense to me. Put the engine on, then plastics. And for putting it together, I'm going to try filming with y'all in front of the bike. Just see how that works out for me, instead of y'all like over here beside the bike, so y'all don't see what I'm doing all the time. Even though it's a pretty simple process, because it's literally just put the engine on those brackets, put 3 bolts in it. It's supposed to be 4, but I discussed it as I was taking it apart. There was 1 bolt that was missing, so we're stuck with 3. And then 2 bolts in the back and the top. Well, 1 in the back, 1 in the top. And then put the gear on, hook the chain up, move it to where the chain's tight, and that kind of stuff. It's not too hard. I'll probably bleed the back brakes before I ride, because when you hit the back brakes, the back brake locks up and doesn't come undone when you let go, like it should. So it's stuck with front brakes. So that's what I'll probably do. Also, which I may not film that. I might. I don't know. That's not part of the rebuilding process. So I'll go ahead and get y'all set up on a tripod, figure out where the best spot is, and then we'll go and get started on putting this together. See y'all in a minute when I go to put it together. Oh, and also, for some odd reason, before I go ahead, I know I got distracted, but for some reason a bike looks pink on camera for some reason. But if I shine a light at it, it may fix the pinkness. I don't know why it shows pink on the camera, but it's actually red. It's not pink. I guess it's just camera glare or something. But the whole body is red. Here's the paint that I painted it with. Apple red. So it's supposed to be red, but it glares as pink. I don't know. The engine, it looks like the color I painted it. The body panels, they look like the color I painted it. Just the glare of the red makes it look pink on camera. I don't know why. But that's just the camera. I can't really fix that. I thought it was just not enough light, but light apparently didn't fix it. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. I need to go and get y'all set on a tripod, and then we'll get this started of putting it back together. Here we go. I went ahead and hooked all the wires up for everything. All I had to do is just take them and tie them back up to the frame with zip ties, how it was. I do have one more wire to connect. And then when that's done, I'll probably start filming again. But I went ahead and did all that off camera. I've thrown the kickstart on off camera. Put the clutch on off camera. I put the side cover on for the engine. Hooked the chain up and everything. Did all that off camera because it just takes a while. I'll probably put the exhaust on it on camera. Probably. And I'll definitely put the body and gas tank on off camera. Or on camera, I meant to say. Well, no, I'm going to put the exhaust on off camera because I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it somewhere right there, but I'm not 100% sure where. There's a lot of options. We have that much of adjustability for the exhaust. Every single one of those holes right there in the frame, I can bolt the exhaust to. It's a lot of different adjustability. But I'll definitely put the gas tank and rear fender thing back on and seat on camera. I'll probably put oil in it off camera as well. Just get it ready to crank. I'm not going to crank it until I get on camera, just so y'all can see how long it's going to take me to crank it. And I may not crank it and let it run this video. I may not. I want to, but I may not. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put the exhaust on, finish the wiring, get the wiring tidied up and everything, and then pick it back up and start filming again when I'm done with that. Here we go, the electronics, the entire wiring harness. I zip tied back up there how it was. Not exactly how it was, but that's pretty much as neat as I could get it with how many wires are there. I got the exhaust back on. I ended up putting it there. And it's connected. I got oil in her. I got the exhaust on. I have everything done. The exhaust actually almost touches the, I have to bring it a different angle. But it pretty much almost touches. You can kind of tell it doesn't touch. But the exhaust almost touches the shock. It doesn't. Maybe some light will help. There you go. You can tell it's off the shock by just a little bit. But there it is. Let the camera focus. There you go. The engine's on it and everything. Now I'm going to go and get y'all set back up on the tripod. Start throwing the gas tank and fenders on. The front fender's already on. That's been on. So let's go ahead and get started. Put the body back on it, and then I'll see if this thing runs. And see what it sounds like now. It should sound similar. Should run better too. We're going to find out in this video. Here we go. Here's the final look of the bike. I think it looks pretty good. It looks a little weird, but it looks good. Definitely the engine makes it look a little bit better with the engine being in there. It really looked a little too weird without the engine in there. So now, what we have to do, or what I'm going to do, is fire it up and see what happens now. Oh, I'll put that on upside down. I'll put the exhaust on upside down. Well, I'll flip that first, and then worry about the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the exhaust over. I'll put you back to the tripod, and I'll see if this thing will fire up real quick. Do need to check if it has some gas in it, because it's been sitting for 13 months. And it's got some gas. Okay, so I'll go and set y'all down, grab my key for the dirt bike, and get the exhaust flipped and see if this thing will crank. See y'all in a little bit, to where I can fire this thing up.
Not going to kick it, take it, crank this thing.
As you all can see, it would not start. Like I said in the video, I have not cleaned out that carb yet. I probably need to drain the gas, put fresh gas in it, because that gas has been sitting for about 16 weeks in that tank. So I probably need some fresh gas, need to clean out the carb, a few other things. But it almost crunk, but it didn't. It did not want to crank. And I would keep going, but this thing is so hard to kick over that I don't feel like going anymore. I'm getting exhausted from kicking over just 6 minutes. But I almost have to jump on the kickstart to get it to kick over. It has a lot of compression. A lot. So that'll be it for this video. Next video, I'll get this thing running and drive a trail on it, I hope. I do not know what it'll take. So anyways, like, subscribe, and keep watching my other videos. I have part 1 and part 2 on YouTube of this thing. Part 2, I messed up a little bit on so it wouldn't go sideways or whatever I was trying to do with it, because I didn't do something right. So I couldn't get it to go sideways, so it was a little bit small, but y'all can always zoom into it. If you want to see more projects, that's an upcoming project on this channel. And that one, I've been doing for a little bit. I'm getting close to being done with it, kind of. I'm making a side-by-side out of a 4-wheeler frame and diesel swapping it. I'm not going to bore y'all with all the details, or not going to say all the details, because y'all can watch that video for that. This video is about this. Got it completely together. It just didn't want to run. So I have to figure out why it didn't want to run. It's probably the carb, or it needs new gas. I'll probably clean out the carb, or rebuild the carb, one of the two. Probably rebuild it, since I rebuilt the engine anyways. Just rebuild the carb too. And then throw some fresh gas in it, and it should be done after that. Y'all will see in part 3. So, again, like, subscribe, comment on this video, and it really helps the channel out. So, thanks for watching, and see y'all for part 4.